Hey guys, how's it going? Today I want to talk about hype. It is something that I have a lot of feelings about. And this is not going to be like a call-up video or tone policing. I think getting excited for games is super fun. I think looking forward to the next titles is like one of the best times in the Kingdom Hearts like life cycle. I remember waiting for Kingdom Hearts 3 and Remind, and like the weeks and months leading up to that when we actually had like a release date was super fun. I think Square Enix has a pretty bad track record with announcing games too early and also just going radio silent on projects. I think that really does detrimentally hurt things. And so don't hear what I'm not saying. I'm not saying don't be hyped for things. As somebody who was like trained in behavioral analysis, and I have a degree in psychology and in clinical mental health counseling, which is kind of outside the scope, but I think it's like very important to talk about these trends and shed some light on like why this is detrimental. So I don't want to go into like complete like psychology speak. There are a lot of things about reinforcement, about positive reinforcement, negative reinforcement, and essentially the kind of quick all of it is we are very much creatures of habit, right? Like we respond to certain things, and honestly like hype cycles and looking forward to games is all this like very cyclical thing, right? People get excited for a game, they talk about it, they get hyped for it, and the game comes out and they move on to the next hype cycle. Like there is not a lot of people that stay behind and play games. There are some, right? Like this is not, I don't want this to come across as like a generalizing statement, but for a lot of people, right, they get excited for the next game, they'll move on, they get tired of it, they don't even want to engage with the actual game, they like to engage in the hype culture. But in terms of Kingdom Hearts, we don't have any news, right? There are no hype cycles or marketing campaigns right now to get excited or hyped about. And so what happens is every time that there is a event, some rumblings start happening. Maybe it's someone just saying, I want a Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer, or they're like, oh, I heard from somebody else that there's going to be a Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer, and suddenly there's an insider, and there's totally going to be Kingdom Hearts news at this event. So everyone gets super excited about it, everyone's hyped, everyone's looking forward to it, and then they watch the event, and there's nothing. The disappointment after that hype cycle is very, very deep. You see a lot of doom posting after an event because Kingdom Hearts 4 still hasn't been announced. It's dead. It's a dead game. You know, there's no news. This is harmful. This is disrespectful to the fan base. You see the whole net, right? What's happening right now, and the trend that I'm seeing is there is more and more cynicism and more jadedness after every event that Kingdom Hearts doesn't show up at. And so it's almost like this bar graph of like it's honestly like the like it's over, we're so back like meme graph where like it keeps getting deeper, it keeps getting like people keep getting more disappointed and then just getting more hyped because they're so desperate for that news, right? And so it's this vicious cycle that's not healthy at all. Again, this is not generalizing. I feel like I need to put like 1,000 disclaimers in this video because this is not generalizing. This is just what I'm seeing, right? I know there are people out there that don't think this way, that just like to, you know, talk about what they hope to see Kingdom Hearts, or they hope to see like a trailer. And so this is not about you, right? And I think what tends to happen, especially like on Twitter and Blue Sky, or just like any kind of social media, is there's not enough time to talk about the nuance of all this. There's just like these hot takes. And even like I know I fall into this. Like I'm not unaware, right? Like I know that I'll put out a tweet and it gets read completely the wrong way than what I am intending. That's why I wanted to make this video and talk about why hype is not healthy for the Kingdom Hearts community. I think this constant back and forth of like doom posting, looking forward to the next event, not having any indication that there's something there but still getting excited for it is just causing people to get more and more frustrated and more jaded. I think one concept, if I could bring psychology into it, is extinction. Extinction is this idea that as you stop getting feedback, your reaction increases exponentially until it dies off. And so what happens, right, is the more that we don't see news, the more intense people's reaction is going to be until finally they just stop caring, which I think is just not helpful. I think hype hurts that, right, because it gets that reaction even stronger. But also I think that Square Enix not communicating and not telling people makes them continue to be stuck in this cycle. Because it's a lot easier to just not react to something when you know for sure that there's not news, that there is going to be news. And so having some kind of feedback or communication from Square would go a long way in helping this. So that's my thoughts. I know it's not very like black and white. I don't really think there is a black and white answer. Like, I think hype is good and I think hype is fun. I think in general, hype cycles are more about the excitement for a game rather than like actually engaging with the game. I've had this idea for a while on expectations versus engagement, and how setting our expectations higher and higher when we're, jumping into hype just sets us up to actually not engage with the game that's in front of us. I don't want that to happen for Kingdom Hearts 4. And I don't even think like that's a thing to blame on any one person. I'm not like pointing fingers, and I hope people understand that. I think it's just more so a product of like attention span and companies trying to capitalize on attention. And so yeah, I hope this like starts some kind of discussion, and I'm sure people like were clicking on this video hoping that I had some kind of answer. Personally, right, this is just my opinion, I think hype is not healthy when it's out of control, but getting lost in like a wave of hype is fun. I mean, I don't think anyone would say otherwise. I think my problem is when I just keep seeing this trend of hype coming out of nowhere, people getting excited and expecting something that has not even been announced and then getting upset about it. And having their perception of that game or their perception of the franchise kind of marred a little bit because they keep getting excited and they keep hearing nothing. I think that's a detrimental part. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Honestly, I would love to hear your thoughts down below in the comments. I think this is a very important conversation to have. I think it's very nuanced. So let me know what you think down below. Do you think hype is helpful? Do you think hype is hurtful? Where are you at in that scale? Anyways, I am working on a bunch of different videos. I have some breakdowns coming out soon. I have the Psychology of Nominate. I'm about like a quarter of the way through it. And so we're getting into that holiday season. I hope that I can get some stuff out for you guys, and I hope that you enjoy it. If you want to keep updated, follow me on Blue Sky, Twitter, Discord. I really want to like reconnect Kingdom Hearts. But I really want to reconnect and just like, I don't know, get back in touch with the community. I'm also thinking about patrons. You can become a patron too. It's probably been playing on screen. No pressure, but I have tiers as low as $1 if you want to help me and the channel. So yeah, bye.